Hello, hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Yes, You Are Brave. Today we are choosing peace over perfection and talking why your holiday season doesn't have to be perfect to be the best holiday season ever. As always, I'm your host, Pawnee. Let's jump in. Let's talk brave. So excited. All right, so as we head into the holiday season, and I know everything from here to the end of the year is going to be about the holidays. I'm sorry, not sorry. But as we head into the holiday season, it's really easy to get caught up in having the perfect day, the perfect meal, the perfect tree, the perfect decorations, etc., 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 right? We want to make memories that will last. They want memories that want to be the foundation of holidays for the rest of our lives, etc., etc. You see it, right? You see the pressure, the crazy pressure that we're putting on ourselves to make holidays be so much all the time. And it's fine to want a great holiday. There's nothing wrong with wanting the holidays to be good, wanting to make memories, all of those type of things. But you see that we are just putting so much pressure on ourselves, and it's not really necessary. And we tend to get lost sometimes when we chase that perfect anything. We tend to get lost in the hustle and the bustle, and we tend to lose the meaning of the holidays. We lose the point of the whole dang thing. So today I want to talk about how we combat the holiday stress, and we make a conscious choice of peace over perfection. So let's break it down. First, I want to talk about, let's decide what's important for this specific holiday season and set some realistic expectations based on this season. Now, this sounds weird, and we don't always think about it this way, but we do need to start adjusting sometimes, I think, our holidays based on where we're actually at. Because sometimes I think we get this idea of like, it always needs to look like this, right? But realistically, can it always look like that? No, it can't. Life changes. Life is always shifting. Life is always different. And this year will not be like all the other years. I can't tell you exactly why, but I can tell you that it will be different than all the other years. So what can you realistically do this year for your holidays? What is it? What are some things that you would love, but are probably not super realistic? So, can you actually host 30 people this year? Do you have the mental, emotional, physical, spiritual capacity to have 30 people come to your home? Is that something that's possible? Is that something that maybe you need to adjust? Can you do the whole meal yourself? Or do you need to, let go and say, we're going to have a potluck. I'm going to provide this and this. I need people to sign up to bring other things. What's realistic? Okay. Another example of something. Do I have to have a real tree this year? Last year was my husband and I's first Christmas together. And one of our first long dates the year before was we went up the mountain and I helped him pick a Christmas tree. We cut it down, we brought it back down, helped him decorate it and things like that. And in my mind, last year, we were going to continue this tradition. It was something, holds kind of a lot of personal thing for me. And I was so excited to go back up, pick a Christmas tree with him again and bring it home and decorate it and all these things. But about the time that we needed to be going to get a Christmas tree, first of all, it just got super busy. Life is always super busy around the holidays. We all know this. Work got really busy for both of us, and we both got sick. So it came down to, we can get a real Christmas tree, but if we were going to get a real Christmas tree, realistically, we were not going to be able to make it up the mountain till the week of Christmas. Okay? Everything was just loaded and all of that stuff. We were not going to be able to make it up the mountain until at least the week before Christmas. But we didn't want to wait that long to decorate for Christmas. We wanted to we wanted to have a tree. We wanted to get it up and really be in the season. So we decided that we were going to just get a fake tree. So we went It also helped that there was a sale at Home Depot, and we bought the last tree of this one type of tree for half off, and we brought it home, we put it up. It was fantastic. Now, did I want a real tree? Yeah, I wanted a real tree. But realistically, we were not going to be able to get a real tree last year. So it is one of those things that sometimes, some holidays, we are capable of more things than others. Sometimes we can't do all the things we want to do. So think about it and set some realistic expectations. What can you do? And then let the rest of it go. Because we also need to realize that, again, just because it's not the way we had planned or perfect doesn't mean it's not going to be fantastic. The next thing is, what do you want to focus on? Prioritize what really matters to you. So if you can't do the big, huge thing, remember, you get to decide. You get to decide what matters to you. You get to decide what you would like this season to be, generally speaking, and also this particular year. Okay, you get to decide. Choose a focus. Choose 2 or 3 things that are most important and make those things a priority, and then let the rest of them go. Okay, maybe it's you want to spend more time with your family, or you want to have memories baking. Whatever it is, choose 2 or 3 things. Focus on those 2 or 3 things, and then let the rest of it go. Maybe next year you can do more things. Maybe you won't be able to, but focus on a few things, making those few things happen, making those few things really great, and then don't worry about the rest. Number 3, how can you make it easy and fun? Along with that, how might you simplify your traditions? So I think that traditions are fantastic and I love them, just as long as they aren't allowed to take over your life and stress you out. Okay? So what can you do to make things more enjoyable for everybody, especially you? People ask a lot of times, I feel like it happens all the time. What were your Christmas traditions growing up? All those type of things. And the simple fact of the matter is that, like, we didn't really have a lot of set traditions. If I'm being perfectly honest, when I was growing up, there were a couple of things. I mean, yeah, we always had a tree. Sometimes it was real, sometimes it was fake, sometimes it was big, sometimes it was a smaller one. But there were only a couple things that we ever did all the time. 1, we always read the Christmas story on Christmas Eve, usually by candlelight. 2, we always had biscuits and gravy Christmas morning after we opened presents. But like, other than that, we really didn't have like super set traditions. For a lot of years, we would take Christmas to an older gentleman in our community. We would go Christmas Eve and we would take him a small tree and presents and baked goods. There was usually lots of baking involved as well at Christmas time, but our traditions were always kind of shifting and changing based on need. And I didn't realize how awesome that actually was. So think about it. Like, is there something you can simplify, right? Again, is it a potluck versus one person doing everything? Is it, you know what, this year the tree maybe needs to be really simple? Or maybe there's this trend thing going around that I've saw. It's like the minimalist Christmas tree. And basically it's just a Christmas tree with just lights on it. And I thought, well, that's no fun. But also, if you're having a rough time, if life has given you one of those times when everything has just gone crazy and there is nothing extra for it, maybe that's all you do. Maybe it's a tree with just lights. Maybe it's literally you pull your pre-lit Christmas tree out of the box and you plug it in and that's all you've got, and that's okay. Maybe that's it. It's just a few simple decorations. Whatever you can manage, that's okay. Or maybe it's Thanksgiving at Chuck-A-Rama, or an ordered ahead Thanksgiving meal from the grocery store. Or maybe it's having steak for Thanksgiving, or something completely different. Last year, one of my coworkers, it was just going to be her and her husband and like one of their kids. It was not their year for the married kids to be at their house. And so there was just going to be the 3 of them. And it had been a stressful year. And she's like, you know what? We're going to Chuck-A-Rama for Thanksgiving dinner. They do a great Thanksgiving. And it was just it was what they could manage. And she came back the next week after Thanksgiving. I was like, how was it? She's like, it was so good. It was so nice. We went down. Yeah, we had to stand in line and blah, blah, blah. She's like, but it was just nice to not have to worry about it, not have to do the dishes. So whatever you need to modify this year to make it simple and easy and fun. Make it simple. Let it be easy. Let it be simple. Let it be fun. Especially for you if you're doing it all. The next thing that I wanted to talk about just a little bit is focusing on presence, not perfection. Slow down, focus on being there, being where you're at, and enjoy the things that you're doing. And I know that I've realized as I've planned and I've been recording all of these episodes, it's basically we got to slow down. We got to slow down. We got to be present. That's how we make these memories. That's how we make it all worth it. So take the time to be where your feet are. Wherever your feet are, be there. We just have to accept that the holidays are crazy. We have just accepted it, okay? We've accepted that the holidays are crazy and they're fast-paced and they're all these things. But that only really has to be the way if we let it, if we allow it to continue, okay? So let yourself relax. Give yourself permission to just be there and enjoy the experience, okay? Take your kids around to see the lights. Stop. Listen to the music that is on the radio that's synced with the lights, even if it's ridiculous and whatever. Be in the moment. Be where your feet are. Okay? Give yourself permission to be there and to experience it and to enjoy it. And if you have something that you are simply not enjoying, even though you're trying, you're pausing, you're taking a moment, you're being in the moment, you're really trying to enjoy it. Maybe if you're not enjoying it, maybe it's time to just take that event off the roster. Maybe it's time to just give that one the axe and do something else that does actually allow you to enjoy it. Be there to make the memories and enjoy the moments. Because that's all we really get to take with us, right? Is the memories. And they don't have to be perfect. Remember, they don't have to be perfect to be amazing and wonderful and awesome. The next two things I think kind of go together. The first one is practice gratitude. So take some time, take 5 minutes every day to be grateful for what you do have. I think a lot of times we're not happy. We find ourselves unhappy when expectations and reality do not align. And one of the ways that we can combat that is to focus on what we do have. Okay? What do we have? What can we be grateful for? And there's a lot going right in our lives if we take the time to see it. So spend a little bit of time. Make sure that you are being grateful. I know in my sister's family, I think it's starting in November, but they make an effort every day at every meal, everybody goes around and says one thing that they're thankful for. And I love that because it teaches you to, okay, what do I have? What am I thankful for? We focus on what we have instead of what we lack. And that allows us to be happy. That allows us to be happier. Along with practicing gratitude is I would love if you could give yourself some self-compassion. Okay? You are enough even if it doesn't go exactly to plan. You're enough. And it doesn't have to go perfectly. It doesn't have to go super smoothly for it to be super fun and super exciting and make great memories. Mistakes happen. And if you can give yourself some grace, they can be amazing memories. Because think about it. How often do we remember perfect anything? Right? True and lasting memories are made when things went off script and we have to make the most of it. And we come together and we laugh and we have a good time anyway. That's where the real memories are made, is when things go a little bit wrong. And it's funny and we allow it to be funny. Okay? Don't take yourself so seriously. Okay? Just allow yourself to laugh and be in the moment. And when things don't go perfectly right, just roll with it. And have a fun memory anyway. So this kind of makes me think of when I was younger, we made a lot of homemade bread, and it became my job when my sister graduated to make bread for the family. And one holiday season, my brothers decided it would be funny to put food coloring in the bread. So one of my brothers, they coordinated it. One of my brothers was bringing in the turkey, and I can't remember which holiday it was, but my brother was bringing in the turkey, and he walked up behind me and he put it on the back of my neck. And of course I turned around, and while I was turned around dealing with one brother, the other brother came around the corner and put food coloring in the mixer. The mixer was going, and he put food coloring in it. And they did this a couple of times. One time it was red, and it didn't turn out too bad when it was red because it kind of just became like this pink color. But the other time he did it, it was green. And the green made it look like this perfect, it was a perfect mold color. And it was the funniest thing because a couple of days later, my sister and her husband came out for the holiday, and my brother-in-law always went straight into the kitchen and got a piece of bread because he loved homemade bread. So he goes into the kitchen, and then he comes back into the living room. There's kind of a circular way at my mom's house. And he comes in, and he has a half a loaf of bread in one hand and a bread knife in the other. And it is this green loaf, right? The loaf is green. It looks completely moldy. It's a day old, and it is perfectly fine. But he walks in, and he's like, what is going on with this? So it was not something that I wanted. My bread was not supposed to be green or red, but it led to some really fun memories. So give yourself some grace. Laugh at those things. They're going to go wrong. Make them into fun memories. That's where the real memories and the real magic happen, is when we just embrace those mistakes and we just let them be what they are. And we have fun anyway. I want to tell you that you can have peace this holiday season. You can. But you have to choose it. Okay? We have to let go of the idea and the insistence that everything has to be perfect. It has to be one way. Because perfect holidays really aren't perfect at all. They're full of slips and falls and clashing outfits and dry meat, doctored up with lots of gravy and laughter. Okay? That's what real holiday magic and real holiday memories, that's where they come from, is the things that aren't quite right that we make awesome anyway. And I want to tell you that it's okay to do what you need to this year. What you can reasonably do without all the crazy stress so that you can enjoy your perfectly imperfect, peaceful holiday this season. And seriously, especially if life has thrown you some crazy curves, it may not look how you think, how you would like it to look. So let's let go of the pictures of our mind of what perfect actually means and just go for being present and finding peace this holiday season. And that's what's going to make the perfect season, the perfect holiday. I love you. You're amazing. And you're wonderful. And you're awesome. And you're so brave. And I know that you can do these things. You can have peace if you choose it over perfection. You're amazing. You're wonderful. Have the best holiday season ever. And let me know how it goes. I want to know. You're amazing. You're wonderful. Have a great day.